Peace and light to all of my Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is going to be your reading for November 2019. If you haven't already seen my collective reading for November 2019, I suggest you guys to go ahead and check that reading out. It was such a great reading, guys. So I wanted to do something a bit more detailed because I know with collective readings it can get all over the place, being that the energy is outlined for the majority, everyone. So I wanted to break it down for my signs and give you guys just a bit more in-depth detail of what you guys should be looking forward to and some advice for November 2019. If you guys are looking to book a personal reading with me, again, you guys can go ahead and check out the links and the info in the description. November 1st will be the official launch of my website, which I'm super excited about, guys. So on there, you'll be able to book readings, soul sessions, meditation, group events, all types of good, juicy stuff. So be on the lookout for that. Just like in my collective video, I will be using the Fountain Tarot as well as the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And without further ado, let's get started, Cancers. Let's get started. So I'm gonna start off with the tarot. Deck here. And you guys are gonna have to forgive me because I've been shaking this camera for all of these readings. So I apologize. But let me just go ahead and get myself together before. Let me adjust my camera. Alrighty. There we go. I feel like we're now back on track. Alright, Cancers. Spirit, what is the message for my Cancers for November 2019? What is their messages? What things do they have to be looking forward to, Spirit, for my Cancers in 2019? We already see the Star card. Okay, Cancers. Lights shining through and things of that nature. Hangman. So getting a different perspective on things. Alright. Spirit, what is the message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? You know what? I'm gonna honor this. Definitely gonna honor that. Usually when I get a bunch of cards that flip over and flip out like that, I take that as a reshuffle, but Spirit told me, no, this is for Cancer. All right, let's get some clarifiers, Spirit, for my Cancer's energy of 2019 November. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. You guys are gonna have to forgive me. I got my puppies with me. And look at that, the Hangman card came out again. How beautiful. See? Yeah, I'm excited for this reading. Super excited. All right, Spirit is telling me to shuffle. And I will honor you, Spirit. Some more messages, Spirit. 2 more cards for Cancers for 2019. What is their messages, Spirit? What is their channeled message, Spirit? 2 more cards for Cancers. And let me know, guys, if you guys enjoy me shuffling on camera, because I don't know if some of you guys are just like, this is pointless. Just pull the cards and let me see. Some of you, I don't know, may like me shuffling on camera. There's a really specific message Okay, Spirit, let's be more specific. Clarify the Seven of Wands energy for me, Spirit. I want to honor that. All right. Clarify this. Okay. Hey, like, we got you. So at the bottom of the deck for November, you guys have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So you guys need to trust your instincts a little more. My Cancers, mind you, you guys are very spiritual, very intuitive beings. So just make sure you're honoring and following and aligning with that side of you, okay? This is also going to be about goals, passions, insight. You guys have been feeling a bit out of touch with it from what I can pick up. I'm also going to go ahead and read a little bit more because maybe some words, I don't know, something, Spirit's telling me to read this book, some of the definitions for this bottom of the deck card. So we'll go ahead and do that for you guys as well. I feel like something I'm going to say here is going to resonate to one of you. So let's read it. Queen of Wands in reverse. You have an overbearing personality, jealous, self-doubt, untrustworthiness, unpredictability, inflexibility, passion to a fault. So you guys' emotions, love. So usually how I do my readings, which I'm going to honor in this reading as well, is each row will represent a different week. So we have week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4 here. So again, like I say in all of these readings, these energies can get jumbled and mixed up in different ways. You can notice some energies happen during different weeks, but for the most, this is the overall and energy that you're going to be experiencing for November 2019, which is actually this Friday from the time I'm filming this. So let's go ahead and jump right into week 1. So with week 1, you guys have the Six of Swords energy with the Tower in reverse. Now, Six of Swords energy is like venturing off into something. You guys are going to be having a new beginning in your life. This card can signify, I'm sorry, these cards stick so bad. You guys are going to be having a new beginning to something, overcoming adversity, shedding of the past, and traveling to something or somewhere. Now, I want you to be mindful. You guys have this paired with this Tower card. Tower is usually like breaking down of things. And if you guys are wondering what I'm doing off camera, I'm over here looking in my little book as well to get just a bit more messages to channel through. But the Tower card, like I said, is kind of like that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all over the place. I know you guys' energy is probably like that too, just like everywhere. Like, what's happening next? The Tower card is kind of like this breaking down of things, but you guys have this in reverse. So what I'm seeing here is my Cancer starting off immediately in November. You guys are going to be venturing off into something new, doing something new, taking this journey, taking this leap, moving forward into something. And there's a very direct need to understand and know and to remember not to get trapped into old patterns. When you're starting something new and you're doing something new, be sure that you're not showing up in your old form. And I actually just recently talked about this on my Instagram live. So shout out to everyone watching my Instagram and following me on Instagram. But yeah, this energy is giving me that new beginnings feel with the old mindset. So it's a very important time for you guys initially starting off in November to, if you're gonna start new and do something different, have a new mindset. Don't take it on with that old mindset. But I also see this as some of you trying to venture off, trying to do new things, but you guys keep getting caught in those old patterns and those old ways. So that's something you guys do need to release. Let that old shit go. My Cancers, let the old shit go, sis or bro. I don't know, I just got a real huge burst of energy when I read that. So it's letting me know that you guys are definitely onto something new. You guys are. My Cancers are ready to kicked through the door and waited fofo. Y'all ready? But yeah. Week 2, this energy is a bit, you know, I ain't even gonna say it. I'm just let the card speak for itself. You have the 6 of Coins in reverse. 6 of Coins can talk about like unstable finances, being kind of selfish, careless planning, and illusions. So what I take this as, you guys get that insight in week 1 here. You guys get that insight on something that you guys need to be doing at this moment, okay? And once you guys get that insight to venture off and do something, make sure in week 2 you guys are planning and you're looking at it from a different perspective. For some of you, you guys are venturing off into a new relationship, okay? Some of you may be releasing those old patterns, old relationships, old beliefs, and coming into something new. Others of you, this is going to be your job and your passions, okay? Some of you are leaving behind things you guys have bound yourself to in the past in regards to relationships, careers, just things that you thought were set for yourself. The universe is really breaking that down. And specifically for the reason to give you this new perspective, there's a shift happening for my Cancers. You guys are not seeing something that you need to see. So because of that, what Spirit is doing is he's going to cause you to have to venture off into this new path, into this new journey, into this new awakening in order to gain a different perspective and to release this old ways of being and thinking you guys have always had, excuse me. So week 1 and week 2 is going to be shifts. That's what I see. Shifts in energy, shifts in mentality, shifts in perspective, shifts in finances, and shifts in love. And again, this may resonate with different people in different ways. So some of you are having issues with your relationship. Some of you are having issues with your money and your career, and you're wondering, is this for me? And Spirit wants you to know there's a new direction you need to take. But in order for you to take this new direction, something needs to be broken down. And you have to allow it to be broken down by not being stagnant in how you've always shown up. For some of you, what I'm picking up is the way you guys have always done something. You found something that works. So let's say a relationship. How you showed up in a relationship before may have worked for you, but now it's no longer working. Or with your career, the way you've approached a business venture or work or things of that sort in the past, it worked for you, but now it's not bringing you the success that you need. And that is because you need to release this old way. You know, a lot of shifts have happened in the universe already. So there are some shifts that need to also reflect in our earthly realm and in our world and how we show up. So it's time to release your old patterns of belief. It is. And change your perspective on how you see something and you view something. Going into week 3, you have the 7 of Wands with the 10 of Swords. Now this 7 of Wands energy that I'm picking up here is like very focused and determined. You guys are like, gots to go get it. Very anxious, very determined, brave, triumphing. My Cancers are ready to go ahead and take the leap. You know, look at him, he's jumping. He's like, I'm ready to jump over all these sticks. I got this. You know, but mind you, this is clarified with the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords in reverse at that. Usually the 10 of Swords is this surrendering energy. But when you don't surrender things, you know, certain things can happen. So it's usually that final release card. But here in reverse, it can kind of be a bit self-righteous or prideful. So what I'm seeing here is, yeah, whatever it is that you're being brave about and you're venturing off to, don't be prideful in it, you know. Make sure you release those old patterns. Look at it from a different perspective. It's okay. Spirit asked me to slow down and break it down for you guys, so I'm going to do that. Some of you are having issues or, little hiccups in your love life. Some of you are having little hiccups and issues in your career and your finances. Some of you, these are just mental issues. Whichever it is, you guys have the same, whether it's love, money, or mental, there's the same pattern that you guys are everyone is going to be going through during this time. You guys are going to have to journey off to a new way of being, but this cannot happen without you ridding yourself of old beliefs. Everything here is like, wow, thanks, Spirit. The way your cards are laid out, it's like, this is what you have to look forward to. This is why. So it's like, you're going to be in week 1 venturing off into a new venture, whether it's money, love, or mentally the way you think. But first you have to let go how you've shown up to it in the past. How you have approached it in the past needs to be released. So whether that's money, love, mentally, you have to release that past way of showing up to journey off into this. In week 2, it's like the next level. Okay, there's an imbalance in something. I'm not getting something there's not a equal give and take in this, okay? So after you've journeyed off, it's like, okay, why am I not getting my love? Why am I not getting my money? Why am I not getting the mentality that I want? But really highlighting in week 2, money and love. And then Spirit's like, well, you need to change your perspective on it. You need to change the way you see it. You're looking at it from the wrong point of view. This 6 of coins is upside down. What would you do if you knew that you actually did have an equal give and take? You actually did have the 6 of coins. You're just looking at it from the wrong perspective. Which is, and look, the bell rings. Spirit's like, ding, ding, ding. Then in week 3, you have the 10 of Wands, which is like passions, okay? So it's like, you need to be brave. You need to triumph over the odds. Yeah, you've been having a lot of adversity. Yeah, you've been going through a lot, Cancer. We know. Yeah, we know. You've been going through some things. But this is only because you're being self-righteous. You're being prideful. And your pride is causing you to go through things. Why do I always have to be brave and triumph against the odds in love and money and relationships? Why? Oh, because there's something that you need to check yourself about here. But the good thing is, after those 3 weeks of, aligning yourself back in, readjusting the way you approach the situation, because that's all I see here is something directly in November needs to take a new approach to it. A new approach, yeah. So luckily in the end, the last week, you guys have the ultimate connection. You guys get it right because you have the Lover's card, which is fulfillment, connections, things of that sort. This can be a relationship. So for some of you who are looking for that balance back in your relationship or looking for new relationships, I'm sorry, I hit the camera. This could be that you guys find that in week 4. For others of you, when it comes to money, when it comes to mentality, you guys are connecting back to source energy and you guys are getting those blessings that you needed because you changed your perspective and you changed the way you've shown up. And this is paired with the King of Cups. You guys have to take things from a passionate point of view. What I get here, and I'm going to slow it down so I'm not talking so much. What I see here directly is that my Cancers, you guys have been through a lot of shit. And that has caused you to be a little bit burned with your approach. In week 4, you guys are gonna come back to your loving nature. King of Cups. This Cups represents Cancers. You guys are gonna come back to that loving, nurturing person that you are. But you have to let go of the old, get out of your head and stop being so selfish about it and change your perspective. This is really good energy, guys. I don't want you guys to think that I'm bashing y'all. I'm a Pisces. I can be sensitive as well. So I know it. I know my Cancers can be a little sensitive. I don't want to bash you, but there's something that you guys are not seeing. It's like a millionaire who doesn't even realize he's a millionaire. There's a new perspective you guys are going to be you guys are going to be challenged to take on things for your highest and greatest good. So right now we're going to go in with some of the Work Your Light Oracle deck here and just get some answers for my Cancer spirit. We want to know for my spirit, for my Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What are some answers? You know, what is some insight or some advice that you can give them, Spirit, to help them with this time in November? What is some advice for them? All right. I'm gonna honor those. It's 4 of them, okay? I'm gonna look at these because I wanna see the way I wanna put this out. Okay. I'm being called to put this over week 4. This is week 1. Yeah, that's how that goes. So you have 4 cards laid out here. You have the Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? No. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Trust the nimble. Actually, I'm sorry. I want to reverse these. Trust the nimble or niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? And then you have no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. And then you have Soul Family, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And this is what I see for week 4. Week 4 for November. In this first week, how are you being called to step up and lead? This is you guys venturing off. You guys are venturing off into something, and Spirit's like, okay, what things do you need to step up to? What things do you need to, what belief systems do you need to let go of and take the lead on your life? Take the lead, okay? You guys are the priestess. You guys are the high priest in a sense. You know, take the lead. What do you need to rid yourself of to start this new journey? And then in week 2, mind you, we said there was that unwavering energy. It was like, hey, I'm not seeing the picture here. And it's like, Spirit's like, change your perspective. And then it says, what is this niggling feeling trying to tell you? Okay, you may not be seeing what it is, and Spirit wants you to look at it from a different perspective. If you changed your viewpoint on this thing, what feeling would that be telling you? If you change your viewpoint on how you're viewing your situation, what insights might you have? You guys are having this niggling, that's a funny word, niggle. You guys are having this inner intuition that is like leading you, it's nudging you in this direction to look at things differently and to lead you somewhere. Mind you, you guys have been doing things the same way for a long time because you guys found what works. And Spirit is like, okay, yeah, that worked in the past, baby. But what works now? So then you get this new inspiration in week 3, like we said. And you're like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. I could do it alone. I could do it by myself. I got this. Self-righteousness. I got this. I got all this insight. Cool. I could do it myself. Spirit's like, no, you can't. Not saying that you're not capable of doing it by yourself, but no, don't do it yourself. For some of you in love relationships that are questioning your relationship, and should you take that leap? Should you continue to pursue that individual? Should you continue to invest your time in them? Spirit says no. And that's heavy. He's saying no. Some of you, you're going to have to just say no. Some of you are going to have to postpone something, whether that's a wedding, being together, something. And then in the end, Spirit says, if you allow yourself to say no and you wait for my lovers, you're going to get your soul family. You're going to get the connections you wanted. For others of you who thought you wanted to do it alone, you guys are going to be connecting with your soul family, your soul tribe, and you guys are going to be making magic happen. And this is going to be all by Spirit's hand. It says, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. In regards to some of you who are entrepreneurs, you guys have done it alone so much your whole career. And Spirit is saying it's time to connect. And the reason you're finding stagnation in your career is because you need to connect. For others of you who are in relationships and you guys are wondering what's going on, Spirit is saying, hey, you're holding on to this relationship you need to release. And as soon as you do that, I have someone for you waiting. They're literally waiting for you to just say no. Just say no to that person so you could say yes to your soul family. For others of you who's looking to venture off into a new career, new path, or work, maybe you're looking to go for a promotion, Spirit is saying to wait. Wait on that. There's something more here you need to research to see if this is what you really want. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So for November, what I'm seeing for you guys, excuse me, I just had a hiccup. What I see for my Cancers in November is there's a lot of old ways and old habits being shed. You guys have to release that old way of being, old patterns, old mentality, old approaches to love. A lot of you guys have been approaching finances, love, your mental state from a very, I don't want to say old, but old perspective. You guys have, you guys are new people. Unconsciously, you guys have grown so much during this year. And in November, it's time for you guys to let that old way of being go. Let it go. You're no longer that person, baby. You're not. I'm just trying to tap in to see if I got any other messages. Something is telling me to look at the next card under here as well. There's a message as well. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive Hints and Soul Tribe. You guys need to release these old ways of being because you guys are tapping into your soul tribe. Okay? You guys are being led to venture off into things that are for you. The divine has a whole plan of people, places, and things he wants you guys to align with. But until you release these people and these old past things that you're bound to, you guys are not going to receive that. It's time to shed the past. It's time to let go. That's your message, Cancer, for November. November, it's time to let go and release. So thank you again for tuning into my video, Cancers. I suggest you guys also go and look at your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs if they are in other, placements or other signs for more deeper understanding as well. So without further ado, I'm so excited to bring this reading to you all. And I wish you guys a wonderful November. Bye.